Let's make authentic Ghanaian Waakye and Zongo Stew right from scratch. So over here, our protein with our cowhide was beautifully washed thoroughly. Here is the spice and herbs I'm going to use: ginger, garlic, rosemary. Then over here, I have my onions chopped, my red bells, my green bells, and then my habanero pepper. So I had to put this in a blender. That's what you're seeing in the video. So here I was about blending, and beautifully it was taking its time to blend nicely. So over here, after we've blended our pepper and onion mix, we're going to put that on our meat, our protein, the one we saw earlier in the video. So we're going to do that and then set it on fire to boil. So the spices I'm using, by their complete season and their all-purpose. So we poured our pepper mix over our meat for it to simmer. You're gonna give this a good stir. Make sure that everything has incorporated very well. So as you can see in the video, it's on fire. Everything is well mixed together, and we're gonna cover this and give it some few minutes to simmer, and then we're going to set that aside. So over here I'll just stir in it for the taste to get into the meat. Our pepper mix is ready over here, and here our protein is well cooked. So we're not going to leave this on fire because we still want the stock to be put into our stew. We fried our onions on a low heat. Over here, I had some leftover gravy base I made earlier, so I didn't have to start everything, the stew from scratch. So I just put it in my pan with my heated onions and oil, and then I put in my rosemary, my bay leaf, and then I gave it a bit of time. Yeah. So I fried this for some few minutes. You need to make sure it has really fried very well. Then I chopped in some tomatoes earlier, fresh tomatoes to, give it some freshness and taste. And with Zongo Stew, it needs patience. You really need to cook it very well. If you want that, vibe and savory taste, then you need to leave it on the fire, but not, the fire shouldn't be so much. You need to leave it on a low heat to make sure that it is well cooked and fried. Okay, so over here I was stirring, and then I put in my protein with the stock. Yes, you're not going to leave the stock out. You're going to gently put everything with your protein right back into your stew. That's the magic over here. That's what we're gonna do. So I put in everything, and then I was stirring it up for it to, get incorporated well into the stew for that aroma. And trust me, if you add this to your rice, your waakye, anything you have to eat, you're gonna love it. On the other side, my leaves for the waakye was already soaked. I did that overnight, okay, because I wanted to get the color richly. My beans were already sorted out. I was using basmati, peacock basmati for this. So I put my beans on fire with some onions, and then I gave it a little bit of sunflower oil. Over here, it had cooked for some few minutes into the temperature I wanted, so my rice was already in here, as you can see in the video. For some few minutes I covered it up, and I went to check again, and this is how my waakye came out beautifully. It was so nice. I love the outcome for it, and thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you. Subscribe to my channel. This is how my Zongo Stew turned out. I used lazy Shito hot pepper sauce, and as you can see in the last slide of my video, this is how it turned out to be, right from scratch, right from home, with no additives, and I really enjoyed. The family had to enjoy. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.